M. Fletcher Brown with another artist video blog, kicks96country.com. Our guest today, all the way from my home state of Michigan, by way of Nashville, Tennessee. Please welcome, for his very first visit ever to Kicks 96, Waylon Hanel. How are you, Waylon?
Good. How are you, brother?
So now correct me if I'm wrong, are you actually named after Waylon Jennings?
Yes, I am.
So
Thanks
mom
to
and dad, mom and dad were huge Waylon Jennings fans, and they said, we're going to have a son. Let's name him Waylon.
Mm-hmm.
Good on you, mom and dad.
Mom kind of resented at first.
What?
But Dad finally talked her into it, and I'm glad that he did.
Let me guess, you wanted Conway Twitty, right?
Hey, I would have took that too.
Okay. Well, one of the interesting things about you're a young man, state of Michigan, you're about 21, 22?
21.
And you're a huge fan of traditional country music.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So talk to us about why, what is it about traditional country music that speaks to you specifically?
Well, not only it's just my favorite music, I feel like it's just the realest stuff that's out there.
Yeah.
You know, I hear a lot of the modern country music nowadays, and to me it all blends in. It just sounds the same.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, they were actually telling stories about what they did, what they lived through, and a lot of them, they wrote their own songs, you know. And I know a few of the new guys do as well.
Mm-hmm.
But all that old music, it's just, it reminisces with me and all the memories, you know. I remember going coon hunting with my brother and my dad when we were real young. And we had Ray Scott, Waylon Jennings right there in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
And when Pick or Rose would be baying up on a tree, oh, go get the truck. Well, okay. And we were only 9 and 10 years old, so we'd be doing burnouts in that old Chevy truck, bringing that dog box to him, and with Waylon Jennings blaring on the speaker, man.
Absolutely.
It brings back a lot of memories, and that's just my favorite music.
Well, now I understand that you're self-taught, right?
Yes.
So you didn't grow up with mom and dad playing music or
No.
anything like that. So
No.
you just one day decided to pick up a guitar and learn how to play?
Yeah, I've always asked for one for Christmas, and I don't know, I wanted to try something different, you know, between school and sports and hunting and all that stuff. I said, you know, I'll try this out. So I asked for years and years, and they said no, no, no. And then finally, when I turned 15 years old, they got me one for Christmas, and I taught myself how to play. I never had a lesson, and Ma goes, "Hey, you should try to sing." I'm like, no, it's not me. I wanted to learn Walk the Line, and that was it. And after that, Ma goes, "Well, okay." So she leaves. Kind of dropped it. I was surprised. The next day, rode the bus to school because I didn't have my license. I was only 15, and I come home to play it. It was in the wintertime, and it wasn't there. It was in the corner of my room every day, and I couldn't find it. So I called her at work because I knew when she had a break. And she got on the phone, and she goes, "Yeah, you ain't getting that thing back until you try." I'm like, you got to be kidding me, man. And so that's how it kind of all started. So I waited for a month to kind of, you know, let it go its course, and I started losing my calluses on my fingers, and then I finally caved, and I'm glad that I did, because I wouldn't be talking to you right now on the air.
All right, so you teach yourself how to play guitar.
Yeah.
You finally get over, you're worrying about singing, so you're singing. Have you started songwriting too?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I wrote my first song. It was for the girlfriend, you know, and I tried
First
to.
song's always for you.
It is typical, and I tried to win her over. Didn't work at first. And that song had to grow on her for about a week. She's like, "Oh, okay," and we've been together for almost 5 years now.
That's a great story.
I mean, I tried to tell the truth, you know.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so that was the first one I wrote, and that was when I was 16, 17 years old. And I've written, you know, a few of them after that. I wasn't too crazy about it. And then I finally met Bernie Nelson, that songwriter that lived in Nashville for a long time, and he finally moved to Fredericksburg, Texas. And I met him down there, and we sparked up a great friendship. I've been friends with him now for almost 3 years. And he kind of took me under his wing, showing me who to trust, who not to trust, tips on writing, all that kind of stuff. And he's actually pitched me a few songs. Yeah, and it's pretty cool when the 21-year-old gets pitched songs from the almost 70-year-old songwriter.
I'll say that, right, man. That's impressive. All right, well, let's talk about your current single, He Don't Mind.
Yeah.
All right, this one that you wrote, or is this one that maybe Bernie wrote, or co-wrote?
So me and Bernie wrote this one,
Okay.
and this was the first time I ever met Bernie.
Okay.
I went down to his house, and the story's kind of funny. He was we got done writing one or two of the songs that were on there. It was about noon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and Bernie goes, "Here, I'll be back." Okay, I didn't know where he was going, and he takes his coffee mug, he goes in his bedroom, shuts the door, and locks it. And he's got his house is all made of wood, and or like the old style cabin, you know. and he's got all them old style door locks. So it just slides, and that's what I heard, that old wood lock slamming. And he was in there for like 45 minutes. I have no idea what he was doing in there, and I still don't want to know to this day. but I said, you know what? The only thing I have to do is try to write a song.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I'm here. So I wrote the first verse of that, He Don't Mind, and when Bernie finally came out, I played it for him, and him being a hit songwriter, he always has something to say, you know what I mean? So he didn't change anything but one word in that whole first verse, and I'm like, man, if I can do this, I think I might be able to do this for the rest of my life, write songs and sing them. You know, that's kind of cool that he didn't change nothing. So right there, that song fell out in about an hour and a half, and that was my favorite one off that album, in my opinion.
Okay. All right. So the song, when you hear it, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, it feels obviously very traditional.
Oh, yeah.
And that's kind of where you stay. My first impressions of the song were somewhere between, like, you know, Waylon Jennings, Are You Sure Hank Done It This Way, to Charlie Daniels and Long Haired Country Boy. Somewhere right in there, in that. So if those songs are like your kind of country music, I think you're going to really, really dig this.
Thanks, man.
But the song He Don't Mind, for someone who hasn't heard it yet,
yeah.
What's your take on, like, what's it about?
Pretty much in a nutshell, if I could describe it in one sentence, it's a guy pretty much doing it his own way. I mean, he doesn't care who looks, and he doesn't really give a I got close on that one.
Yeah.
He doesn't really care about their opinion, and that's why the title is He Don't Mind.
Yeah, I kind of think my favorite lyric of the song is the one, and I'll probably skewer the line, but if you're not smoking what you want, why are you smoking?
Exactly.
And I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that lyric. I don't know why it struck me, but it just did. It struck me. You obviously have a really strong love for traditional country music.
Oh, yeah.
You've got a great talent. You obviously have very, very supportive family behind you.
Yes, I do.
You've been doing this for a while now. You've opened for some pretty impressive names. What's next, do you think, for Waylon Hanel?
Well, hopefully, I mean, after we finish this radio tour, hopefully I can get some more plays. And thank you, by the way, for allowing me in here. I love that red carpet, by the way. That's cool.
Hey, well, you come visit anytime.
Thank you. But yeah, after this tour, hopefully I can get some more stations and get some more airplay, and hopefully that boosts my, not just airplay, but people knowing who I am and streaming more. And I mean, of course, the end goal is a record deal. You know, I would love to, but I'm very picky. I'm very, very picky. I've done my research about Waylon, Willie, and all that kind of crap that goes on in Nashville, Tennessee. And I love Nashville, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of shady people out there.
Well, there's a lot of shady people no matter where you're going, you know.
So you gotta, and I'm really playing the game and just looking out for myself, my family, and definitely my music. I don't want my music going in the wrong hands. I want it to go to people who enjoy listening to it.
Absolutely. Well, that's you, hopefully. So
yes.
Everything that Waylon's talking about, you guys are the ones that make that possible. So for these folks that are hearing you now for the very, very first time, if they're like, hey, I really like this Waylon guy, I want to hear more of his music, where do they go and look for you on the internet?
You can find me on all the social media platforms. For like my music account, you can go to Waylon Hanel Music, Waylon the way that Waylon Jennings spells it, and then Hanel, Hanel Music, and you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. And then for music-wise, I'm on all those platforms. Wherever you find music, I will be there. Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, YouTube, all that good stuff, and it's Waylon Hanel Music as well.
All right, look for a live performance from Waylon elsewhere here on our YouTube channel. If you want to hear the single, He Don't Mind, call us at Kicks 96. We'll gladly play it for you. In the meantime, just go find Waylon and just dive in. Trust me, you're going to like it.
I won't disappoint you.
He'll be back, hopefully, with some great news sometime in the future. Waylon, thanks for visiting us.
Thanks for having me, brother.
All right, we'll see you next time on another artist video blog here at Kicks96Country.com.
He smokes Marlboro Reds, knowing they cost a whole lot more. He says if you ain't smoking what you want, what the hell you smoking for? And he don't mind. And he don't mind.